He wants us to understand that it's some territory for us to take over. He wants us to understand there's some areas for us to conquer. But just as he told Moses, the people are talking in your ear, don't listen to them, shut up and let me do what I have to do. Just as in chapter 4 of Joshua, I need you to set up and remember this day because I'm about to do something great, set this memorial. Now we go to chapter 6 and the wall's about to fall. And he says, now I need y'all to speak. So God says, now when everything is happening and then you think that I'm not happening, I need you to hold on, because at this particular time, when I move, everything is going to change. At a particular season, in a particular hour, in a particular time, everything that you've been waiting for God to do, everything that you've been decreeing on God to do, everything that you've been praying for God to do is going to come to pass. And the reason why is you went through these steps that you see in the word. First you fought, then you fought and it didn't work. Then you had to take the ears and hear all the noise, all the backbiters, all the people that was talking to you and saying things that you didn't want to hear. You had to take all of that and absorb it. Then it got to the point where you finally said, instead of fussing back, instead of arguing back, and instead of going back and defending yourself, I'm going to shut up. And the reason why I'm going to shut up, because I know God is about to do something, because I've tried everything I can try. I've asked people to help me. I've did this. I've sold. I've gave. I've did all these extra steps. And God hasn't done anything. It's not that God hasn't done anything. You have to be quiet and give God a chance to do what he's going to do. So now it's time for you to shut up. Now it's time for him to shut you in, Noah, because if I shut you in this door, 40 days of judgment will come and then everything will change. Moses, if you shut up and just go across the sea after you stretch your hand, I can take care of the Egyptians. Joshua, if you set up this memorial or you set up these stones after you cross this sea, and then I need you to come to this camp and wait, and I shut you out the camp for a reason, even though I've given it to you, because at an opportune time, I need you to make some noise. So what is God saying at the end? Everything is happening for a reason. Everything is going forward now. So don't forget that the man of God spoke to you prophetically and said, shut up and hear the voice of God. It's hard to hear the voice of God when you're talking at the same time. It's hard to hear the voice of God when you're just doing all the praying, speaking in all the tongues. Have you ever just laid there and said nothing to hear the next steps God have? Have you ever just stayed there and waited to hear what God has to say? This is the difference of that I've learned reading the word, and it's going back to Joshua where he said he meditate on the word day and night, Joshua 1:8, and says that you'll have good success. Meditating on something is a quiet stage. So that word was actually saying, be quiet and let God just fill you and continue to speak to you and tell you what he has for you.